afternoon, folks. This is Seeds and Dreams Homestead, and I'm Maria. And I'm out here today on this beautiful, very sunny afternoon, and I've decided to kind of get some of the pruning started on our mini orchard. We have a very small little plot of land here that we do homesteading on in upstate New York, and yeah, it's February. I've got spring fever. Let's not lose our camera. And it's getting warmer. Everybody around here is screaming that it is going to be an early spring. I think the jury's still out on that. We can have a spring that starts and it can be 70 degrees in March, and all of a sudden it will be right back down to 20s and 30s, even colder sometimes. We get snow, or we have had snow in the past, in Easter. I mean, it happens here in New York. Anything can happen here in New York. There are some marches that are, spring has started and the gardens go in and we go right into summer. Sometimes we don't even get a spring at all. We go right to extreme humidity. So in New York, you have to take the chances that you get when you get them. And today I know a lot of the sap farmers, the maple syrup farmers, have started. Their sap is running. It is a good time to start pruning your apple trees before the buds come in fully. And there is a bit of a learning curve. I'm still learning. I definitely don't do this 100% every year. I kind of up the ante a little bit and try a little bit harder to do a better job with pruning my apple trees. The one behind me is a Cortland apple tree, and this beautiful beast, I think my daughter was 5 when I was given this for Mother's Day, so she is turning 18 in May. So it's taken quite a long time, and last year was our first year to get a full-on half bushel of apples I think we got from it, which was really, really wonderful. And then over here on this side, if you can, this guy right here, this is a Honeycrisp apple tree. This one is a dwarf variety as opposed to this one, which is not a dwarf variety. So this one can take up to 12 years to produce apples, where this one over here will do that in a bit less time. There we go, I got it. And then down here in the back, which I don't really know if this is going to even show up on camera, but we just put in last year, we have some plums, and we have, two plum trees, one right there and one right there. And then way down in the back, we have planted a peach tree, and we're going to see what happens. Fingers crossed with those. They're just first year, so we will not be pruning those. We'll be feeding them. And that's it today. There really isn't much coming up. I think there's some tulips and daffodils that are barely poking through the soil. Everything on the ground right now is still really frozen because we are at like 13 degrees Fahrenheit at night. And then we are roughly, we get up into like the mid 30s. Like right now it's probably 40 degrees, maybe 45. It's really nice in the sun. I'm in full southern exposure back here on our property. So I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna just get to doing some pruning, and we will see where we end up. I have a really cute spectator here. This is Juniper, the Jacob sheep, and she gives me beautiful fleece every single year. She's half smiling at me. I don't know. Let's see, can we zoom on her? Nope, I can't zoom on her. That's okay. Say hi, June. All right, I'm gonna get to work then. seriously in my wheelbarrow right now. Easy, easy. You don't need to cut your feet now. There's saws in there. Always have helpers. Yes, you're gonna cut your feet on those. Get out. Oh, you're gonna just give me a hard time on that. Yes. Fine. We'll move them. There. Are you happy now? Are you happy? A little bit off topic. This is one of my younger birds from last year. She's an Americana. She doesn't have a name. I don't really name my birds much anymore. Once in a while as I get to know them. But she's very young and she's not happy right now that I'm holding her. But if you see, like, you can tell by their feet, kind of their age. She's very smooth on her ankle. You're very pretty. And she's also very in your face. This is the teenage years where they're full of mischief and get into everything. So I'm gonna put her down before she gets really mad. You're a good girl. Here. There you go. There you go. All right. Enough chicken mess. Chicken mischief. We're gonna get back to the tree. I'm just pulling off old apple buds from last year. And you find this big old overgrown apple tree and it still produces, you know? It's still giving fruit and it's still doing its job. And trees are going to do what they're supposed to do. Yes, you get optimal yield and produce when you trim your apple trees up. Yes, absolutely. And is it really good? Is something really good to learn tree husbandry? Absolutely. Highly recommend it. But a lot of times I found when I was reading in books and things, I found that they would be like, listen to the tree, watch the tree will tell you. And well, it doesn't really work so easily when you first plant a tree and you haven't had 12 years to watch it every season, to see it grow, to look at it, to get an idea about it. Am I an expert? No, because really, I'm still learning how to apparently talk to trees. You know, it's a thing. So getting a good pruning book is nice. It really does help. And yeah, does the tree show you where it needs to be trimmed up? Yep, when you have an excess of a lot of branches all together. Absolutely. That's not a good thing. That's where a lot of excess moisture and blight and mold can get into your tree. So you want to aerate it and you want it to have, you know, a simple amount of branches, and you don't want to see them particularly crisscrossing like that, because when they get all of their leaves on them, it creates low air circulation, and you want a lot of air circulation in your fruit trees. So I'm gonna get back to it. Stop gabbing. I just got some sawdust in my eye. Opening this up really nicely. Sure, many of you are going to be like, that's not how it's done. This is the way I figured it out. This is the way it's working. Suggestions, friendly suggestions are always nice. And, you know, for those of you that might be veterans at pruning fruit trees. Let's see if I can show you. I'm looking right here. Let's see. This little beauty, that right there should show you that's going to be an apple blossom. Okay. Let's see if I can show you. Now, some of these have not budded out obviously yet. That's why I am pruning this tree, because the buds really have not shown themselves. Maybe this guy, right? Can we focus? Maybe not. Anyway, some of these that are gonna bud out right here on the stick, they're very close to the branch. These here are going to be your leaf buds. So it just gives you a little bit of an idea. Let's see if I can find one over here. Yep. Apple bud right there. So these are really nice ways. I'm gonna get you out of the sun. Some really nice ways to kind of help you along with your pruning, as you can kind of see where your fruit is going to be as opposed to where your leaves are going to be. Yep, again, right there. Hello, little apple blossom. And yeah, you know, talk to your plants, be the crazy plant lady. It's fun. Who cares what your neighbors think? Mine probably all think I'm crazy, which is fine. I love what I do. I like being out here. I like being with my orchard. I like being in my garden. And I even like it when my chickens drive me crazy. Or my sheep. It is very easy to say, oh my goodness, I think I've over pruned. But that's not always the case. Even when I think I've over pruned, as soon as all of the leaves are on the trees, and I think, oh my God, I've gone so far that, you know, I've ruined it. And then the leaves come in and everything's in full bloom, and I'm like, oh wow, I could have done that, and I could have done that, and I could have done that. So I suppose that's where listening to the tree might come in. Such a long time to wait for apples, and I have waited every year. I remember its very first flower, and I remember just oohing and eyeing over it, and I remember its very first apple. And this may sound silly, but those of you who wait for apple trees or pear trees or any kind of fruit tree to mature, I walked by that every single day on my way to these barns, and I kissed that apple every single day until it was ready, and then I ate it. And then I ate it. Are you okay? She just slid right into that wheelbarrow. I had just done firewood this morning, and I brought in a whole bunch, and the chickens have had a ball. They know that when I'm out with tools doing something, they follow me pretty much everywhere, and because they know that I'm going to dig something up that they can eat. So, all right, back to work. This is just a little bit of a spring chore to do today. It's lovely out. I know that we're going to be getting some rain soon. And when you get sun like this, you just need to get out and enjoy it. So I'm going to continue pruning, and hopefully maybe when I'm done, I will give you a quick shot of this tree. And that's it for today. I thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful day.